I'll get back to the house. I'll see if I can do a firmware update or something. I'm back now at Neds Fort. The thing about Neds Fort, I'm not going to spend the day at Neds Fort, but Neds Fort's one of the older forts. The fort, we call it Lannan Fort is one of the newer ones. Come on, Willow. So in that fort, you get the idea of the way they used this banking and all. They made the gap. They put the gap on it to stop ones easily be able to use. Man, if you didn't have this clay banking here, you could just put a cannon and blast the wall. By having this banking, your cannonballs are going to go over the wall. It's going to be hard to get a cannon to blast the wall. So you're relying on troops to get in. 1812. So Lannan Fort is 1895. So it shows how the forts have progressed. So basically that's a fort that's designed to hold people. The big guns weren't done there, the big guns were up in the banking. So this is mainly in saying that, you know, in saying that, see that wall straight ahead? There's metal rings, and them metal rings was in front of the gun. So I think there was possibly was a gun sitting there in front, and Ned's Fort could be the same. They could have an underground bunker, because them metal rings are the same. So they could have had a gun there, and then they've expanded by putting the guns outside. So maybe in 1812. I need to get a wee look at that in Google Maps. And it's got the wee rectangle locker things. No, I'm going to check Google Maps here now, just to see if there's an outline of a gun there. I'll tell you an interesting thing I seen yesterday. There was a one in Inch Island, a fort in Inch Island, and it's right beside the pier. I was at the pier, but you're not at the pier, it's a big cliff. It's above the pier, and you can actually see the two gun emplacements. But there's a big house sitting inside the walls, private house, so you can't get into it. Google Maps is good for the like of this here, you know. So if I want to see now if there's a gun sitting over there, I don't ever see one. Where's this fort now? It's good when it puts you in the right place. Obviously I'm not in the right place, doesn't know where I'm there now, like. It's gone berserk. We're nowhere near that dot. Has it? See, I tell you what, you see GPS and all, it's not all it's intended to be, you know. It's alright when things is going, but there we are. It's got us now in the right place. Oh man, now well, I want to see if there's any guns in there. This is not meant to be history. It's not meant to be history today, isn't it? Not Willow. This is your day. But I just noticed them metal rings on the wall. Ah, that quality's too bad. So you know what? You know the weird thing there? There's two guns in there. So it's had the guns, but I can't see the guns outside. They should show up. That must be them, but I hardly see them. Don't know if they're showing up here or not. There's Ned's Fort inside there. So that's the two guns there. Only for the metal rings. Same architecture, the metal rings. The metal rings have an important role to do with guns. So that actual fort had two guns originally. There's a big difference between that fort and the Lannan Fort. Even the scale of it. But the thing that put an end to these forts was airplanes. The Wright brothers. Because people then could just parachute. Paratroopers can parachute into them. You can drop bombs into them. Up until the airplanes. It's just a matter of keeping away cannons and stuff. And that's why then you didn't need. So this one lock here, you had 7 forts. That one there had originally had 2 guns in 1800. There was another 3 up there. That was 5 guns that had. Inch Island had 2. There's 3 out at Lennon, but they were bigger guns like. There's a couple of guns there at Fort Dunree. I don't know about the forts on the other side, you can't get near them. There's one wee fort over there in Rathmullen. It's not a very big fort, so it might have had maybe 2 guns. You don't get into it, but you can walk up to it. Might even have 2 guns, might be an older fort. Well, what we're going to see is we're going to walk out the wee coastal path. So we must have a lifeboat. That's inflatable. They have a proper lifeboat in Buncrana. So I don't know why they have to have this station out here. Yeah, Port Rush has got a big lifeboat and they don't have a lifeboat station. It's just a wee thing for souvenirs. They had that old lifeboat place and they bought that new one. But the big lifeboat is in Buncrana Harbour. That's inflatable. They use a wee tractor to bring it down. They put it back in the shed. And it was brilliant watching them launch it. The wee tractor goes right in, up to the water's up to the windows. This must be watertight doors and all that. Right there. There's one swimmer out there. But that can't be safe. You think the Island boys go out with water? That's not safe. Well, we're out there practicing the lock and somebody could drown there. There's a wee shelter in there. I was reading a wee bit on the internet again about the treaty that they had whenever this became a republic. And by not having these ports, mainly probably the ports on down the south of Ireland, it meant that they couldn't protect the convoys. The convoys going from America to Britain with the food and ammunition. And bearing in mind it was piles of Americans. Piles of American sailors died in them convoys. American troops died in them convoys. And it was another 400 miles they couldn't be protected because the British didn't have these ports. There must have been thousands, tens of thousands, if not more, people died simply because Britain couldn't use these ports. Now, had they used them, it might have brought the Republic into the war, and they couldn't afford a war. Back when this fort was built, Britain had the biggest navy in the world, far bigger than America. Nobody had a navy close to Britain. That's how you ruled the world. Then airplanes came out, well, changed everything. How doing? So this place is only about a mile walk from Buncrana. It's a nice walk. Walking along the shore. But when you go to East Swan Park, to get to the shore there's a long straight path, and Walla does not like doing long straight paths. And I can't get her down the path. Now she's here, look, she's happy enough. It's just that one path, you can't get her down. You can get quite busy this path when one's walking. I did it once on the bicycle, but there's too many people walking. When you're walking, there's plenty of space. When you try to cycle it, you're always catching up. So there's another 2 beaches after this. You've got that first wee bit there, Neds Fort. You go over this hill, you come to a wee beach. You walk across the beach, and then you come on another wee coastal path. The path walks around the beach, the first one, and it continues on over the hull. Oh no, wee puppy, Wallow! Look! They rip your head off. Oh, he must be here. We'll let him go in front, will we? We'll let him go in front. Mind you over the side. How you doing?
See, she can be a wee bit feisty. She's not great. She thinks she's about 6 foot tall. Move on.
That's a good one. Let that. No, look at this water. You want a wee drink? Oh, you want a wee drink of water? Isn't that handy there? I was like, there's 2 or 3 places along here where you can get water. There's a wee stream too, comes out near that shelter. We just passed. Hold on, Wallow. How you doing? They were on about that yesterday on the radio. I've seen this mark different places. I haven't seen the BO now. It's to do with Ordnance Survey. It's an exact point. I used to think it was sea level. It's obviously not sea level. You get one of them on one of the gates on London walls. A lot of public buildings have them. And they're just on about that on the radio yesterday. So it's for Ordnance Survey. That's the idea. Whenever they do the Ordnance Survey map, that's an exact point. Now where the point is not the arrow, the point is where this and things are measured from this. But I was on Radio Ulster, you watched it in catch up, but I still couldn't fully understand what they said the name of it. But I still couldn't fully understand by the boy in the programme. He wrote a book, like, you have to buy the book. You know, how did they actually use it? That they said, you don't set an instrument on top of it, because it's on London walls. You get in the bottom of bank buildings and stuff like that. But it goes back a couple 100 years ago, but I think they were still doing it maybe up to 100 years ago. So whenever they were making the first maps of Ireland, them things there are something to do with. I say I've never seen no letters beside the other ones. I've just seen the mark. There's one on Dunree Fort, and it's up on top. It's actually right in the middle of the fort, near the water tanks. Wee marker there. Whenever they started to do the Ordnance Survey of the whole of Ireland, they started off at McGilligan and Benone, that area. The very first mark, I think they needed something like a 7-mile ruler that had to be dead level, dead flat, and that ground was flat enough. So that's where they actually started doing the mapping from. Well, it took over a year or whatever, I don't know. You look up encyclopedia, look up on the internet, Google. That's where they started. So as they worked their way out, then the markers there. How you doing? This guy's in stick ball. I'll play back Radio Ulster and get the name of it and put it in the bottom of the video. It takes time, well, it takes time. See, trying to find them out catch-up programs. It can take ages. That wee boat's way over the far side, and I can hear the motor here. So here's the first beach now. When you first come down to the end of the path, from leaving Swan Park, you got a big beach, and then you got the Ireland Live place, Neds Point, and you got this wee beach. And you continue on the path around the other side, and then the third beach is out there in the distance, and then it's a dead end. You can walk the path or do the beach. She's a path walker. Any other puppy will be down the beach. There's a wee path goes down now onto the beach. Wallow hasn't been out here in years. So, oh, Wallow, more water. Water, Wallow, plenty of water supplies. That's a good day for it, Wallow. few holiday homes down here. So there's another road. You could drive down here if you wanted to. There's no car park. Well, you come outside, Pip. Hey, good pop on there. How there? There's another wee path down. I think Will's handy. So Will was happy sticking to this top path. I think it's my first time to walk this top path, Willow. I'm always down on the beach. Look, the wee lockdown stone. 10 for the next 21. No, it's not lockdown. It's after lockdown. There's one of them cast iron posts there. So they had a wee fence. So that could have been from the original barracks. And they had it fenced off. Done right, or that foot. They had the barbed wire out as far as there. This is a pay, I missed that knife post. Don't know now whether do you pay the $5 and send this camera away? Then I'm sure there's postage to pay as well. It's no good if it's not going to start up. Hey there. Nice, might be getting a bit bored now. Might be getting a bit bored. Oh, slowing down, slowing down. When I was down here, I can see a bit of a castle straight opposite. It's like a round tower, square tower. It's not a proper fort, but it might be an old. See, but right, you need as well just get Google Maps and go around the coastline. Because that Needham Fort is not signposted. Right then. I know there's another couple of forts on the far side that are turned into homes. So there's no chance of seeing them. The actual houses are built on the grounds. That's a guy. How then?
Hello,
Come on, honey. You getting tired? Are you getting tired? Are you? Oh, he's scratchy. Oh, he's scratchy. We're just up here now, Pet. We're not far off the third one, you know. We're not very far off the third one. Oh, we'll just take our time. Up this next one now, you've got the priest's grave. If Willa gets up as far as there, then oh, she's slowing down now, she's slowing down. There's a wee stream there. She can go on the beach and have a wee drink and all.
and I don't really go in at lunchtimes anymore. Hi.
Well, I'm on down to the water. Don't know much about it. It's a proper grave at the side of the footpath. It's got a surrounding all on it. It's probably made long after the priest was killed. But basically, the English soldiers cut his head off. Don't know if it was English or British. But the British soldiers cut his head off and he's buried at the side. Now where they dug a hole, where they made him dig a hole and tossed him on the side, I don't know. Why was he buried there? Why was his head cut off? I don't know, we shelter straight in front there. Want a wee drink of water, honey? Want a wee drink of water? It's always best drink up near the... It's just sand's getting stirred up. That sand's getting stirred up there, Willow. She's getting a bit of sand. She's drinking it, she's better off up near the rocks. That's a deep pool you're in there, Pip. Well, I'm on up to the fresh stuff. Fresh, over this side here, Pip. Why you got a wee drink out of like that? Look how clear that is. It's getting her down, like. Well, I'm on down this way, Willow! Well, I'm on, come on! Yeah, look how nice and fresh there. That's the fresh stuff. Look at that wee pool. Look at that wee pool there, Willow. Aye, them pulls there will do fine. We need a wee bit of grass. I eat the grass there, Pip. Is there a wee shelter up on there? See a couple of these along the way all hid. You wouldn't see that wee thing in there, would you? Ah, somebody's lighting a fire on top of the seat. There is last and you come in here for a wee bit of shelter like. Ah, so a wee bit of snoring goes on there at night time, well, you don't know. Aye. Homemade job like, homemade. It falls on you like, it's tough luck. Go eat the grass now. Go eat the grass. That's the girl. I eat the grass. I'll stop this camera now, it mightn't start up. Look, Willow, this is fresh grass over here. Willow, fresh. Look, Willow, that's fresh grass there. Look at that stuff there, that's good stuff there. Ah, that's looking good there. That's the good stuff there, Willow. See how about wee Willow, look, we see this, look. And I'll help you. You get the wee blades, look. You give her the good blades. Willow was never the best at eating grass, so she wasn't. She eats like a horse. When I had wee Lucy, we dropped it. Lucy would eat individual blades. She would pick off a blade and she would eat it. But Willow, she doesn't seem to have that talent. She just sort of goes down and rips everything out like a horse. Now you help yourself now. Look at the tail. It's not always about sugar and stuff, is it now? You like your greens. Willow likes her greens. That doesn't matter if it makes her sick, that's the whole idea. You want her to poke up. Oh, you're distracted now with the seaweed. That's a wee feather. That's a wee feather. Lazy girl, Willow. Lazy girl. You see them ends? You don't want them ends on it there. You don't want them ends on it. Well, amount of time when we Sharon had an upset tummy and we'd pick a hammer out bits of grass, but they would have been sick pretty quick. Willow can eat forever and not be sick. The whole idea is to be sick and wear the tummy out. Any fur or anything in the tummy. But like milk up magnesia or something like that, isn't it, Willow? It gets it all cleaned out. See, some of the best blades is gone now, you know. I think all grass is the same, it's not. If it's too small, it doesn't really work either. Too large and hard, it doesn't work. You dropped it. She doesn't want that wee one, you see. That's no good, that wee one, no good. Hey. Have to look after me, girl, don't we? We have to look after me, girl. We're getting all a couple of wee pieces and we'll go then. Look, that wee one there looks... that's too small, but... I see, I'm trying to get the nice looking ones. There, look at this one. Look at that there, look. That's a premium one there. Oh, that's one of the good ones there, Willow. Hard to get them. As they go into the winter, they're going to be even harder to get. That might be it now. Look, it's a good one there in front of you. That was right in front of your nose. Oh, I dropped it. See, the thing about wee Willow, she's got these lumps now and she's not feeling well. She might think the grass might help her because in the past when she wasn't feeling well, she'd eat grass and buck it up. But if you've got cancer, like, it ain't going to make it better. But it's all she knows what to do if she's not feeling well. This stuff's very long and straggly. It's good to get off the blade, the whole plant's coming up. We're going to see if we find some other stuff. It's very hard for you to eat that. It's good grass, but it's very hard for her to eat it. You want that last wee blade? I have a pick down anyway, you might as well eat that last blade. Oh no, Pip. We go along this wee path, we might find some more. See, the grass up there might be better. It's on clay. Can you come up here, Willow? So like that grass is no good. Do you know, I've never seen this before here. Is this supposed to be a well? This must be a well. It's probably a holy well, isn't it? There's a sign for it. I might drink out of it, like, but I suppose it was used every day. This must have been an old well. Come on, Willow. You see how it's deliberately built. Hey, that grass any good there, Pet? Look, Willow. Look at this, Willow. Look at that big piece. I'll say this grass here should be good here. It mightn't be as nice as Blaze, but she can pull them out. Let me see what the sign says here. That's built there for a reason there. So that's the marker for it. There was a gate. We had a big gate across here. So probably years ago, animals were running wild here, sheep and stuff. That was keeping them away. That's a wee well. Well, funny how you could be somewhere and still not see everything. But it's just like a stream. It's like, but what's the difference between that stream and that stream over there? The only thing is, that stream over there probably came here, but it's got diverted. Because that's like a bridge. The only difference in a well, hold on. A stream is water that comes off the top of the ground. A well is water that comes out of underneath the ground. That's the difference between the two. So maybe it is a well. But you think the water's going to come from that stream, so it might only be underground. Now she's going to town again. It might only be underground there for a couple of weeks. That is a phone. It's all happening now, it's all happening. Hello, hello. Right, Squeaky, we've got another bag now. Let's see if we got a bun down here. Alright. Hey, that's two you've done this morning, and that one was soft, Willow. That was soft. If you see if you've got any wee runny ones, do it on the sand. At least a chance of picking it up. That was pretty soft there now. See, you look how you see the pillars, but you don't think nothing of it. The stream's behind, the stream attracts your attention. But it would have been a wee spring. Maybe them ones in the fort came out here. Get a wee bit of fresh stuff. Bear in mind, 1800s, when was the Black Death and all these things, and all these ones dying with all this dirty water. You're out here and you get the fresh stuff, Pet. I was just thinking there, Ned's Fort wasn't included. Out of all the forts here, it was only Dunree. We call the other one, well, at the end, Lennon. They were the only two forts used here during the treaty. Whenever they had the treaty for the Free State, Britain could use this lock. But they were the only two forts they actually used. I was just thinking, if the same was to happen today now, if Scotland was to get independence, Britain has nuclear power submarines up in Scotland that get serviced up there. And they'll probably make that a treaty port. So when Scotland gets its independence, Britain will still keep control of them submarine ports. Has to repeat itself again. How's that? And the way Scotland is now, people are voting for independence or stay united. But once they get independence, if they get independence, then the political powers will change. Because now you've got to vote for who's going to feed your family, like who's going to create the jobs. And depending which party gets in, depends how quick they want the British out of Scotland. So you see them submarine ports becoming a treaty port. Because you can't use a submarine, you can't move a submarine port overnight. And yet that's the defence of the country with nuclear missiles. But what if nuclear missiles? If a Cold War is to break out, that means Scotland's going to get bombed. And whether they take part or become neutral, it all depends how the voters vote. I don't think it's too far now, Willow's getting a bit bored. She's getting a wee bit bored here now. This will be the only time now. I haven't done this in years with Willow. This is our last time to ever do this, Willow. And I don't think it's that far. Didn't seem that far when I used to walk with the other two pups. And they were fast like. And Shadow was always in front. Even if it gets as far as the priest's grave, I might turn around at that. Because once you get down to the beach to the other side, Willow's not interested in beaches. It's the beach. There's two out there in the sea there. Now, the swimming club goes out at the NRI place. So you think they was even trying to stick together like. Better chance of being seen. All the ones in the car parks have the wee cups of tea. I'd really see you drowning. Oh, you're not in front anymore. There's a wee sign up here now, Will. Wee stainless steel sign. It's not saying very much, this one, Pet. It's a sign that was put up, brand new sign put up. It's got the original label on it. And the back of it, and they're supposed to put something inside it. But somebody's forgot it's there, Pet. You can see the screws, it's half hanging out. You take the screws out and you put your poster inside. Bit of a waste down it, Willow. And the boys have scratched it in the back of the van. And that won't be seen. And look, see how these scratches are rusting. It's not even dead straight, Willow. That was a bit of a carbide job there. That would be a nice wee sign on a town centre, but it's... well, that's wasted there. If you want to turn back, Pep, we can turn back. I don't have to force you down there. But it's a nice wee walk, I don't know if anybody else wants to come here. Do you want to go back, do you? Do you want to head back the ways? Back to the car park. Snuff the picnic tables. Do you want to go back? Oh, do you want to go on then? I'm on ahead then. Well, I'm confused. All it says, what do you bring me out here for? Mom, we'll go back. Come on. Aye, we'll head back the ways. Aye, you don't want to do it. You don't have to do it, pet. We'll head back now towards the car again. Aye, back to Neds Point. And we can walk around the town if you want. Aye, you like walking the main street? We'll go back to the main street. Come on ahead. That's a go. Aye, you don't want to be here. That was my idea, wasn't it, pet? We'll walk the sand now on the way back. We'll walk down the wee beach. See, there's plenty of grass there, Willow. Look at that grass there, Willow. There's plenty of grass there, pet. Look at that. You're not even trying now. You've given up altogether. Come on now. Them blackberries haven't come out yet. Still flowering. Yeah, well, them blackberries down there are dead. I don't know, blackberries must be global warming. Going haywire this year. Oh, whoa! I can't carry you back. Mom, we're going down to the sand. Down to the beach, down to the sand. Mom, we're going down to the sand. Come on. I smell the seaweed? No. Something different. That's a go. How's it? Alright, Willow. Come on, Willow. Come on, Willow. I'm rushing you now, pet, because we want to get off this tarmac. We're out to the beach and snuff around some of them wee rocks. There's the island layout there now. They're going to be in before us, Willow. But like, you wonder what kind of training are they going to get now? Sunday morning, after we run the boat, all the latest gear on them, when they're going to be asked to go out in a storm, like, that's what they want you to think. They're probably just going out and towing back boats and getting stupid swimmers 99% of the time. Only 1% of the time they actually go out in a storm. Bearing in mind now that most ships do not have weather things on them. They won't get caught in a storm. How do the majority of ships, maybe the motors or something break down and that's how they get stuck in bad weather. I know with my caravan, if you've got a real storm blowing the caravan, as long as your caravan's pointing into it, you can be driving along someday in the car, one doing 30 miles an hour, you're doing 50 miles an hour in the car. That's 80 miles an hour wind constantly hitting the front of the caravan. The caravan just does it. But if you get a stormy weather and you get a gust at 80 miles an hour hitting the caravan side on, that can be different. And it comes, starts and stops, that's when it starts shaking the caravan. Well, it's a long way back to this beach. I'm going to start running. We've got to get down to this beach pit. It's over here now, pit. Oh, and a wee sniffy. That's all she needs. As long as she's got an interest, she'll walk miles. What's in there, pet? I didn't. That's a girl. I didn't. Come on now, wee honey. Seems further back, pet, and if they're going, it's always shorter coming back. No chance you going down there, pit, over them rocks, is there? Yeah, a wee bit of spring back on her step now. Ah, she was losing enthusiasm now, so she was. If you've got a big ship stuck on a storm, then big ships could probably ride out most of the storms, as long as they're pointing into the waves. But what happens is the motor breaks down or something, and then the ship goes straight on. Right there. And that's when disaster strikes in. The ship can cooked over, side on. Right there. On the sand now, will it? On now, Pip. Come on, Willow. That's going to be harder for her to... That's not... Come on, this way now, honey. Come on. That's a gear. Back now where we started. Want all we drink of water, get the fresh stuff this time. You got fresh stuff. We're just standing around here now for about 10 minutes, Pip. You get a wee rest, just do stuff to seaweed or whatever. I wouldn't rush anywhere. There'll probably stuff more along the top, you know. This wee bridge here is not getting any smaller. There's no erosion here. I think that's the original fence. We're back at this fence again. I think that's the original fence of Neds Fort. See how strong it's built and all, like. There was a gate, there's actually a gate there. So we'll walk on a path here now. The path would have been up there. See the gateway? But look at this stone here, look at this stone. It's granite. All the rest is outside stones. This is granite. Proper nice block. WD's on it. WD. So sometimes this here can make things out better, and I thought that was a number, but I don't think it is a number, there's a word underneath. That's an N. The O small, number. Number 5B, some kind of marker. WD, number 5B. Oh, that's your wee symbol again. So that's the Ordnance Survey. So that's the Ordnance Survey stone there. There's the wee arrow at the bottom. Never seen that before, either. Ordnance Survey marker, WD, number 5B. So that might be in an Ordnance Survey map. I don't think it's number, it's N and a wee O. Would that be for degrees? North? Degrees would it be for, I don't know. Something like that. History all around you, Pet, you don't even notice it. There's a house up there now. But it's, if the path was up there, why is it written down here? But originally that wouldn't have been buried. That would have been easy seen. Like the other one. Oh well. So you can sort of tell now by the angle that's gone off what way the property went, the fence went, but I never noticed any other posts around here. Come on now, well. That girl who was swimming in there lives in the house up there. So she comes down here for a morning swim. Ah, she's used to it. And that wire fence comes up. It's funny how there's no other signs, Willow. It's funny how it's all away completely. The fence going straight lines. So we're going over that hill there. She wouldn't have been far. She wouldn't have been far in this coast path. She'd be going over that hill. And going by the other forge, you must have the wee thin poles, and every now and again you had a big thick pole. I say you go up on top of that hill there, probably find the rest of that boundary. What do you reckon, Willow? Wee Willow's bored with this path. She's bored. Aren't you, Pet? The ordnance survey marker is just that corner, and there was a fence going across the top. I think it belongs to the army camp. And I noticed these steps are made of granite. Bottom ones aren't, top ones are. There's something in here that's cut out to hold something. So that was cut out, that granite block, and something, whatever was in there, slotted in here. But the ordnance survey stone is made from granite, so I think that's still got to do with the ordnance survey boys. And there they had railings, metal railings put in there, so they made the hole and poured in the hot lead to seal the railings. I wonder if there's any railings here at the top, Willow. There's a mark along the top. So no railings in that top one. Could be further back. Like even then, boy, they had the health and safety back then. But I wonder what that is there. I've never seen the steps carved out like so. That step wasn't as wide. They used a black block with the shorter granite, and then the granite goes over the top. Now maybe that granite came from some other building. Maybe it wasn't carved for here. Maybe it was second hand. Maybe it came from a stately home or somewhere. Because why would you have that? That's channel water. But why would you want to channel water at a beach? Oh, a wee bit of history there, huh? Oh no, well. Right there. Hello, Bob. Well, we go back to the car. Come on, we go back to the car. Come on now, Pet. Right there. Come on now. Keep going, keep going. That's a good. And we'll go to the car now, Pet. And we're heading to the town. Hey, that's your favourite? The iron and light boat's coming in now. If Willow had been a bit quicker, she's huffing most of the way back. She's alright now, like, but she's been huffing most of the way back. So there's the wee ordnance survey marker again there. How do? So we'll probably miss this boat coming in now as well. But I can't blame her. Can't blame her for being thrown. You were thrown today, I met you, they haven't changed. But it would be nice to get, if you've seen the boat coming out of the water, you've seen the wee tractor they use. It's a wee caterpillar wheels. It's like a wee bulldozer with no bulldozer front on it. It's a wee small thing. Just used to pull the boat in and out. But it seems a slow way to get a boat in and out. There, the boat's right in front now. It'll look like it's a mile away in this GoPro, but it's just in front of them rocks. So they're bringing the boat out now, well. They really wanted to get the wee boy in the tractor down. The bobbing about that. It might take me a while to get the wee trailer out. But the interesting bit is the wee tractor. You see boats every day of the week. It's not every day of the week you see the wee tractor coming in. They're going back out again now. See, the whole idea of them wee boats, I would have thought, is somebody stuck in the rocks. They should be practicing doing the shallow stuff instead of out the middle of the loch. Well, they're going back out again now. No, they must be just arcing about where this boy gets the children. The boat's washed against the rocks.